I think that it would be best to take that nuke
Okay.
and set it off to the side, and that way we don't have to be that careful about finding the queen.
Yeah.
We just find you. They have really done well. Look at all the honey you got. It's beautiful.
Hey,
All we have to do is look at the 5-frame nuke. If the bees turn any of the young larvae from the nuke into a queen cell, then he's good to go.
look at that.
That is perfect.
Yeah,
you need
that's
to enter that
beautiful.
one into
Yeah.
a fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna set this down.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella shit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Beekeeping in Paradise. I'm Brent, I'm your host, and I am not in my paradise right now. You can probably see behind me that I am not in Leyte. I'm not in Bye-Bye anymore. I'm back in Indiana for the moment, and this is my home in Indiana, and I'm just here on vacation. It's the middle of June, and it's cold. Really, really, really cold. Apparently last week they had a bit of a heat wave, and it was in the upper 80s, and I was all excited because I was looking on my weather app, and it was the same temperature here that it was in the Philippines. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back home, I'm gonna feel real comfortable. But then I got here, and as soon as I stepped foot off the plane, the temperature plummeted, and it has been in the 50s and in the 60s as the high in the daytime. And today it's raining, and just wanted to come out and show you around. So anyway, I'm gonna go back inside because it's really, really cold. I'm wet, I'm freezing, and we need to get on with this video. Hi everybody, this is Brent. Welcome to Beekeeping in Paradise. I'm back, but I'm still in Indiana, and I am not in the Philippines right now, and I'm not in my yard. I'm actually over here with Julian and Tom, members of my church. And if you remember about this, last July on the same channel, I was over here and we did a honey harvest. Julian here at Julian's house because he's got a hive of bees, and Tom is also a beekeeper, but Tom's all died over the winter. So now Julian's being a real swell guy, and he's giving Tom a split off of his bees. So that's what we're here to do today. Is we're going to divide this colony of bees in half, and we're going to set Tom up and get him reestablished with some new bees of his own. And there's a lot of bees flying around. So these guys are getting into this, and wow. And you remember Julian's 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
And has the tallest beehive in the world. But you got a really nice colony here.
You gonna put your gloves on?
Not until I have to.
That's okay.
Give me your toe, I'll split that off then.
All right, so Tom, you're gonna try and take 5 frames.
Well, I'm gonna try to take whatever he gives me. So I
okay.
guess.
So what we need to do is find out. We've got to find the queen first of all.
Yeah.
I'm sure Julian doesn't want to give his queen away. But we're basically going to be doing a walk-away split. But this is going to be more of a drive-away split. Because because Tom, you're going to take these over to your house today, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because there's a few ways to do this and they would all work. So what we've got in here is we've got 2 brood boxes, and then 2 honey supers, but Julian tells me that the queen has gone upstairs. That the queen has gone upstairs into one of the honey supers. And so we're going to have to find her and make sure she stays in place. And then we have to find a few frames with eggs. And eggs are the key, because eggs are what we're going to need in order for Tom to make a new queen. And we are lucky because we're in a fantastic location. None of us live more than a couple of miles away from each other, and there are bees all over the place. You said that the queen moved up?
She did.
Okay, so we need to find her.
So we want to
She's
start
marked,
pulling these
right?
apart. Is she a marked queen or not?
I don't know, because at one point my colony swarmed,
Oh yeah,
and so I think I have the queen that came,
the new queen.
the new queen, yeah.
Okay, that's going to make things tricky.
Yeah,
but-
because she would not be marked then.
Right. So we're gonna have to go through these. Let's find some brood frames. This is a honey frame, and she's gonna be nearest to the brood. Did you say that you saw the brood up in the top or in this one?
I think it's in this one.
Okay.
Let's just put this back
Because
in.
this, look, let's just take a second and look at this. These are wonderful.
Yeah, these are.
Man, they got them sticky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bees here.
Yes, they have really done well. Look at all the honey you got. It's beautiful.
Hey there.
Look, I mean, this whole super is,
Yeah, and this is way up there too. So
yeah.
Do you scrape this comb off that's like in between? Usually?
you want me to
Yeah.
pop another one?
No, that's okay. That's all honey up in there. Yeah, this I scrape it and save it, that burr
okay.
comb, and that'll add up into your wax collection. Just set it on the table, and then you can pick it up later.
This is for when you're making candles.
Candles or
Soap.
yeah.
So I don't whack them. Yeah, so there I think is some brood in here.
Okay, well, let's start there.
You pull the center one or one of the.
Pull an edge one and then we'll move it over. Wow, what a beautiful colony. Julian, have you thought any more about buying a honey extractor?
I've thought about it. Look at that.
That is perfect.
Yeah,
you need
that's
to enter that
beautiful.
one into
Yeah.
a fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna set this down over here.
Yeah. Now we're just looking for brood. That's all honey. It's ready to extract already. Now, is this what they didn't eat last year?
No,
Or
this is all new.
All new.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, both honey supers were empty.
Yeah, they've been busy this spring.
And
Oh, there's some brood here on the other side.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a
Those
look.
are drones, right?
Yeah, this is a drone here. Okay, here we got a little bit of brood. So she could be...
Where's the, like, worker brood?
Mm-hmm. See?
Oh,
All this
yeah.
under here.
Okay.
Oh, the dark colored things.
Yeah. This. I mean, it's capped brood. Wait, I just see drones. It's possible she went downstairs again. Okay, Tom's gonna need eggs in order to make a new queen. And we want to make sure that we don't grab the queen. And then, but if you wanted to be absolutely safe about the whole thing,
Yeah.
you can leave them here
Okay.
for about 5 days. You move them into this other box.
Okay.
And you can actually leave them on this table right next door.
Okay.
And if they make queen cells by next week, then you'll know that your queen is not in the wrong box. If your
if
hive,
we can't find it, okay.
yes, if we don't find the queen, and actually I think it's a good idea anyway, would be to just leave it here for
So
about.
I can leave that right like that.
Sure, but I think that it would be best to take that nuke
Okay.
and set it off to the side, and that way we don't have to be that careful about finding the queen.
Yeah.
We just find 5 good frames,
Okay.
move them in there, and put a
They
brick
can't
on
get
top.
in and out of that.
Sure they can.
Huh? They
Yeah.
can?
And do you see eggs or brood in the larva in the center?
Nope. Oops, nope. Not on that side.
There you go. There's a
Yeah,
patch.
there's a bunch. Yep.
But I don't see open brood yet.
Don't see the queen either. Yeah, it's sure easier when they got a big yellow or green mark. Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah, yellow for 2022 and red for...
Wait a minute. They're gonna squish them.
Red for 2023. This is a lot of pollen, bee bread. This is bee bread up in here.
Okay.
That's a mixture of honey and or nectar and pollen that they feed to the babies. But this, I don't see eggs on here.
So this is capped brood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the darker stuff.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like a paper bag.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But we
So
want,
we're looking for uncapped brood. Yeah?
and more important than that, eggs,
Eggs. Okay.
which have not even turned into larvae yet.
Oh, okay. That's what we're looking
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get a little more agitated.
Okay. Okay. Got drones. Can you see down in those cells?
for. I can see that into them, but I can't.
Can't see eggs.
Verify.
Yeah. one more hole.
Okay, so I ended up having to put the veil on. They started to get a little agitated. We're taking our time. But what we've done is we could not find the queen. But what we've done is we've taken 5 frames, 1 honey frame and 4 brood frames, and put them in this nuke box. We replaced those full brood frames with empties, and we put them back in here so there's extra room for the queen to lay. Now we're putting everything back together, and we went through every single frame looking for that queen, and I did not see a particularly large amount of open brood, which was a little bit worrisome. But what we're gonna do is, instead of Tom taking this nuke box back to his house, we're gonna set it up here, and we're gonna leave it here for about 3 or 4 days, and then we're gonna come back out, and all we have to do is look at the 5-frame nuke. If the bees turn any of the young larvae from the nuke into a queen cell, then he's good to go. If they don't, then it's very possible that the queen herself could be in that nuke box. And then we're gonna find queen cells in the big hive. That's actually preferable, but because then Julian can make even more splits, and he only has to put a couple of queen cells into this nuke box, and then Tom can take them home. So this whole process was a little bit longer than what I expected, just because Julian's hive is so developed and so big right now, and he's got so many bees. Just look at all these bees that decided to crawl out of that box. They're everywhere. This is a really giant hive, and
just get these guys out of here.
And you have to slide that forward a little bit. Okay, so
Sorry there, bee.
Okay, which side do you want your vent hole in?
Back here to the end.
okay, so they're putting this back together. In a few more days, we're gonna find queen cells either in this big hive, or we're gonna find queen cells in the little hive. If they're in the nuke box, then we're good to go. If they're in the big hive, then we've got some more manipulation to do, and we'll have to find the queen in the nuke box, make sure she goes back into the big hive, and we'll have to take the queen cells out of the big hive and put them into the nuke box. So it's not a big chore, but
Yeah, get off of there.
this is excellent, and we're going to have to be back here within the next week or so, because Julian is out of space. His bees are working, and they've hit the roof, and they have filled this entire hive with honey, and he's ready to extract. So a couple more days, I'll be back here with an extractor. We'll do another honey harvest. Oh, you know what? Don't shake those off onto the table. Let's shake them into the nuke box.
Oh.
All these extra bees, we'll put them in here.
Okay.
And
I hated to.
oh no, that's good.
Get off there, guys.
And actually, let's scrape all these bees.
You wanna? I got a bee brush.
Okay.
Wanna get it?
Sure.
Okay, this looks ready to roll.
Okay. Yep, you can put that on top of there.
It's easy for you to
And
see.
it's way up there. I always give Julian a hard time about how tall this hive is.
So I got mine like sitting that far, and maybe that was
Yeah.
the reason ants.
Mine are actually on the ground on my terrace back in the Philippines. But yeah, we're gonna get as many bees into that nuke box as possible. No, I'm gonna put them from that box into this one, brush them into here, and then we'll just dump them in. There you go. When you make a split, you always have to add extra bees if you can. Okay, that's good. All right. Hmm?
Yeah, they're starting to get
All
agitated
right.
here.
So there we go. Hold on. Okay.
What do they got right there?
Hmm? Oh, just some sawdust,
Okay.
and they'll drag it out. Okay. So now we'll make sure that the door is open on that one, and let's put them up on the table. I think over on this side would be better with the extra sunlight.
Come on, guys.
Okay, and then that goes up like that, and now they can come and
Do it
come
on the
and
side
go.
too, or just
No,
one
just
side?
one side is fine. Okay. All right, so now we'll come back in about 3 days or so, and you know, maybe right after the weekend.
Okay.
We'll go through these 5 frames, and we'll look at each one of them, and if there's queen cells on here, then this split is done. If there's queen cells on here, then Tom can just take this home and he'll have a split, and you should be fine in here, because you'll know that the queen is still in there. If we find queen cells in the big colony, then we'll know that the queen accidentally went in here.
Got it. Okay.
And then we'll have to go through this again, find the queen, put the queen back in here, and take the queen cells from this one and put them in here. Because at the end, we want queen cells in here. We want the queen in there. So,
Okay.
so since
I'm glad you're here. This isn't the way I would have found a queen instead of, which we did.
yeah,
It's easier said than done.
it is very, very often. But then we need to talk about pulling honey, because
Yeah.
these guys are going to swarm.
Okay.
Because they are full. Okay, so we're down here by the hive, and our first mission of the day is to check on the nuke.
Oh, check the nuke. Yeah. Right.
Yep. So we'll be okay, so this first one is a honey frame.
Okay, you got your tool.
Here you go.
You shouldn't have to.
Okay, got it.
All right, let's see some queen cells. Nothing on that side, and nothing on that side. Okay.
So if we don't, then we have the queen in here. We need to swap.
Very possibly either that or the larva that we put in here was the wrong age. What have we got up here? There's a cup up here, and no, there's nothing in it. But guess what?
What?
We have eggs in here.
Oh,
so
we got a queen.
The queen is in here. This is all freshly laid, right in these empty cells here. Can you see it looks like a little third of a grain of rice. You'll have to look straight down in there. They're sticking up in the empty cells.
Down here, you mean?
Yep. You'll see little tiny grains of rice.
Oh, yeah.
Those are eggs. You want to take a look?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so the queen is somewhere in there.
The queen will be in here, and hopefully, here,
don't see.
hear how they're noisy in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an indication that they're queenless.
Okay.
It's an indication. It's not
That they're
it's not
queenless?
proven science, but
Where are you? Look, I guess I
in
don't.
these, and all the way on the bottom, they're sticking straight up, and they're very, very small.
With trifocals, it's like
I know, yeah.
It's like what? Got a magnifying glass? Sorry, I.
Sometimes
You know what?
sometimes I bring a magnifying glass with me.
Let's see.
So now, it's possible that that queen is on there because that's a
they're doing a dog pal here.
yep, it's possible that she's in there. So yep, and there's eggs in here too. So she's working her way through this box. And so I'm going to be very careful. And
I'm still trying to.
doesn't look like she's made it over here yet.
So that means she's either in this one or the one you just picked up there.
Yeah, or on that
sure don't.
first one. Or she could be on here, but
Wow.
I have to. Alright, but this actually makes our job a little bit easier as far as the honey is concerned, because we don't have to worry quite so much about bumping into her. So we can go through that.
Yeah, the only time I've ever spotted a queen, she was marked, and that sure made it easy.
They can be tricky.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and put that one in first. We'll go on the hunt for the queen in a little while. Just be gentle. This would be a bad time to squish one. She could be anywhere in here. All right. They sure are noisy though.
yeah, they are. She couldn't have like got out, could she?
Well, she could do whatever she wants, but more than likely she didn't. They don't like to really fly once they're mated and laying eggs. Okay, quick update on what's going on. We just went through all 45 frames of this split and the main colony back over here behind me. And as luck would turn out, we did not find any queen cells in the split in the 5-frame nuke, which means that the queen is probably in there somewhere. Then as we were going through the main hive, we found frame after frame. Actually, they were honey frames, and they had just like one row of larvae on the bottom, and they started to turn those into queen cells. So it does look like the main hive is queenless, the nuke has the queen, and what we did was we grouped all of the frames that had queen cells together. They're on mediums, so when we go back later on, we'll take 2 of the deep frames, take those out of the nuke, we'll take 3 of the deep frames out of the nuke. We'll look for the queen. We'll try and get the queen back into the main hive, and then we'll move the queen cells frames into the queenless nuke. It should be a queenless nuke. So that's where we're at. Call it a day, and then we're gonna go eat and enjoy some company. So have a wonderful afternoon, and remember, I'm Brent. This is Beekeeping in Paradise. That's Tom, that's Julian, and we are reminding you that no matter where you are in the world, if you've got bees, you are definitely beekeeping in paradise. Be well, be safe, be kind. God bless. I love you all.